Hi, I'm Isabella Martinez, and this is the story of how my sister's cruelest moment became her biggest regret. Being the daughter of a successful hotel manager had its perks, but it also meant living in my sister Sofia's shadow as she followed in our father's footsteps. Growing up in Miami's luxury hotel scene, Sofia was the natural, charismatic, ambitious, and perfectly suited for the hospitality industry. I was the quiet one, more interested in business strategy and finance and schmoozing with guests. Our father, Roberto Martinez, managed the prestigious Royal Palm Hotel, one of Miami's most exclusive five-star properties, and Sofia was his pride and joy. "Watch your sister," Dad would say whenever VIP guests arrived. "That's how you handle people with class." Sofia would charm them effortlessly while I preferred staying in the back office, analyzing revenue reports and studying market trends. Mom tried to bridge the gap between us, but even she couldn't deny that Sofia was born for the hotel business. "Different strengths, my amour," she'd say, patting my hand when Sofia got another promotion at the Royal Palm, while I pursued my MBA at night school. Then came Daniel Chen. I met him at a local coffee shop where I studied between classes. He was different from the flashy hotel crowd I'd grown up around, quiet, intellectual, and more interested in discussing business strategy than designer labels. We connected instantly over our shared love of economics and commitment to hard work. What I didn't know then was that Daniel was the heir to Chen International Holdings, one of Asia's largest hospitality conglomerates. He was in Miami incognito, learning the industry from the ground up before taking over his family's empire. Sofia was the first to object when our relationship became serious. "A corporate analyst?" she scoffed during family dinner. "Really, Isabella, you could at least find someone in hotel management." Dad shared her concerns. "My hija, think about your future. The hotel industry is all about connections." If only they knew. Daniel and I married in a quiet ceremony 6 months later. Only Mom attended from my family. Dad and Sofia were too busy with a hotel conference. We didn't care. We were building our own future, our way, while Sofia climbed the corporate ladder at the Royal Palm, eventually becoming assistant general manager. I finished my MBA and joined Daniel at Chen International's headquarters in Singapore. He'd insisted on keeping my role quiet. We both agreed I should earn my position on merit, not marriage. For 3 years, I worked my way up through the company using a different last name to avoid connections to Daniel. My financial expertise and hotel industry background proved invaluable as we expanded across Asia and Europe. By the time I became Chief Strategy Officer, I had orchestrated acquisitions worth billions. Then came Sofia's wedding. She was marrying James Harrison, the son of the Royal Palm's owner. The wedding would be the Miami social event of the year, a week-long celebration at the very hotel where we grew up. Dad was ecstatic. His golden child was finally cementing our family's place in the luxury hotel world. I flew back alone. Daniel was tied up with business in Singapore. Really, he was finalizing our biggest deal yet, but Sofia didn't need to know that. The moment I arrived at the Royal Palm, I knew something was wrong. My reservation was mysteriously lost, and Sofia's welcome was ice cold. "Oh, Isabella," she said, her smile not reaching her eyes. "Since you're so interested in the business side of hotels, I thought you might like to see how it really works. From the bottom up." She snapped her fingers, and a housekeeping manager appeared with a maid's uniform. "What is this?" I asked, though I already knew. "Well, we're terribly short-staffed for the wedding week," Sofia explained with fake concern. "And since you're not bringing that middle-class husband of yours, you might as well make yourself useful. Consider it your wedding gift to me." Dad stood nearby, uncomfortable but silent. He'd always been weak when it came to Sofia's demands. "You want me to work as a maid? At your wedding?" "Think of it as a learning experience," she smirked. "Besides, it's not like you're used to five-star luxury in your little corporate life. The uniform should feel natural." I thought about Daniel, about our life in Singapore, about the deal we were about to close. I could have walked out right then, but something made me stay. Maybe it was curiosity, maybe it was the chance to finally show my family who I'd become. "Fine," I said, taking the uniform. "Where do I start?" Sofia's smirk widened. "The bridal suite needs cleaning. Try not to embarrass me in front of my guests." As I changed into the uniform, I called Daniel. "They did what?" His usual calm voice had an edge. "It's okay," I assured him. How's the deal going? Actually, that's why I'm calling. The board meeting's about to start. But Bella, are you sure about this? I can have the jet there in 6 hours. I smiled, remembering what we've learned about the Royal Palm's ownership during our due diligence. No, let them have their moment. Just call me when it's done. For the next 3 days, I cleaned rooms, delivered towels, and watched Sofia hold court among Miami's elite. She took special pleasure in pointing me out to her friends. Can you believe my sister actually enjoys this kind of work? I overheard her tell her bridesmaids. Thank God one of us inherited Daddy's ambition. If she only knew that while she was planning her perfect wedding, I was helping orchestrate a $2 billion acquisition that would change everything. Then came the morning of the wedding. The morning of Sofia's wedding dawned bright and clear. I was assigned to clean the bridal suite where she and her bridesmaids were getting ready. The room was chaos. Champagne bottles, makeup scattered everywhere, and my sister holding court in the center of it all. Isabella, Sofia called out as I entered with my cleaning cart. Perfect timing. There's some champagne spilled by the window. Try not to be so visible while you clean it. Her bridesmaids giggled. I kept my face neutral as I worked, listening to them discuss the wedding's extravagant details, the 1,000 guests, the celebrity chef, the orchestra. Sofia was in her element, detailing how she'd soon be running the Royal Palm alongside her new husband. James's father is retiring next year, she bragged. We'll be the youngest hotel owners in Miami. Isabella, you missed a spot. I was on my knees, scrubbing a carpet when my phone rang. The ringtone, a specific classical piece, made me smile. The board meeting was done. Housekeeping staff aren't allowed phones during work hours, Sofia snapped. I stood up slowly, pulling out my phone. I need to take this. If you answer that, you're fired, she threatened, enjoying the power play. I pressed accept. Hi, honey. Daniel's voice filled the quiet room as I put him on speaker. Bella, the board meeting just ended. The $2 billion acquisition is complete. Chen International now owns the Royal Palm Hotel Group along with their other properties. The papers are being signed as we speak. The room went dead silent. Sofia's champagne glass slipped from her fingers, shattering on the floor she just mocked me for cleaning. What did he say? She whispered. I smoothed my maid's uniform. Oh, did I forget to mention? My husband is Daniel Chen, CEO of Chen International Holdings. We've been working on acquiring the Royal Palm Hotel Group for months. The door burst open and Dad rushed in, face pale. Sofia, James's father is here. Something about the hotel being sold. His voice trailed off as he saw me standing there, phone still in hand. For the first time in his life, he looked at me, really looked at me. Would you like me to connect you with the new owners, Dad? I asked quietly. Sofia found her voice. This is a joke. It has to be. You married a corporate analyst. No, you assumed I married a corporate analyst. Just like you assumed I was less capable because I wasn't interested in the showy parts of the hotel business. I walked to the window, looking out over the property that was now part of our company. While you were learning to charm guests, I was learning to build empires. The next hour was chaos. James's father confirmed the sale. The wedding was delayed as lawyers were called. Sofia alternated between crying and screaming accusations of betrayal. Why didn't you tell us? Dad finally asked, slumping in a chair. Would you have believed me, or would you have accused me of lying to seem important? I sighed. Besides, I wanted to earn my position. Every promotion, every deal, that was my work, not my marriage. Just then, the suite's door opened again. Daniel walked in, impeccable in a bespoke suit. Sofia's bridesmaids gasped. They'd all seen his photos in business magazines. Mr. Martinez, he greeted Dad formally. I apologize for the timing, but business is business. However, he turned to Sofia. We have no intention of disrupting your wedding. The Royal Palm is still yours to manage, if you wish, under Isabella's supervision as regional director, of course. Sofia stared at me, mascara streaking her cheeks. You'll be my boss. Only if you want the job, I replied. But this time, we do things my way. No more shortcuts, no more playing favorites. We build something real. The wedding went ahead, though significantly subdued. As I watched from my proper seat, no longer in a maid's uniform, I saw my family differently. Dad, looking older but perhaps wiser. Mom, finally able to show her pride in both daughters openly. And Sofia, humble but maybe, just maybe, ready to learn. Later that night, at the reception, Dad pulled me aside. "I was wrong," he said simply. "About so many things. I know. That empire you mentioned. Will you teach me how to build it properly this time?" I hugged him, smelling the familiar cologne that always meant home. That's what family is for, Dad. Over the next year, we transformed the Royal Palm into something extraordinary. Sofia and I learned to work together, combining her flair for hospitality with my business acumen. Dad joined our board of advisors, bringing decades of hands-on experience to our expansion plans. Last month, we hosted a celebration for the hotel's record-breaking quarter. During the party, I found Sofia in our old hiding spot, the quiet corner of the kitchen where we used to sneak desserts as kids. "Remember when you made me clean this floor?" I teased. She winced. I was horrible. "You were scared," I corrected. "Success looks different to different people, Sofia." It took us both a while to learn that. Today, the Royal Palm is just one jewel in Chen International's crown, but it's special to me. Every morning, I walk through its lobby and remember the girl in the maid's uniform, silently proving that true worth isn't in what you wear or how you serve. It's in how you lead. And sometimes the best view of success isn't from the top floor suite. It's from the ground up, where you can see every step of the climb.